Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Colev. This video is gonna be kind of different because a situation kind of just happened with Splassive, and y'all do know I have a decently large stake in Splassive, but it looks like it's pretty point blank. Either one or two things happened. Either the project rugged, and they're trying to cover up, or a hack did happen, like they said. So I mean, looking here at the chart, you kind of can see everything. This is the chart from Deck Screener, but Splassive's site tells the same story, but kind of just shows you where it kind of hit before it was pretty much drained. All the liquidity in the project was taken out, and people kind of slowly bought in. I don't know. So they said, sorry guys, devs are trying to look into contact. Someone found a bug and exploited it. Please bear with us. Dev team is trying to figure out how to make something out of this. The person that exploited the contract sold all of his tokens. So we are trying to figure out how to turn this around for everyone else. So yeah, I mean, you could take that multiple ways. I mean, if I would not be putting emojis here if something this serious. I mean, the entire liquidity was gone in an instant. I feel like Splassive wasn't the team, to do a rug like this, just because I felt like they put kind of a lot of work, honestly, in revamping their entire website. Like, I mean, they kind of changed a good amount of the structure of the website. I mean, obviously, like, it's still similar, but I mean, you never know in crypto, right? Like, that's the risk you take whenever getting into projects that, the devs aren't doxed. But, on the flip side, obviously this is wrong, but on the flip side, maybe the devs turn this around. It's just kind of a matter of how are they going to make this right? It's like, sure, they could come out with the V2, fix the exploit that, apparently the person exploited and go from there. But then it's like all the people that lost a ton of money, obviously including myself, it's like, well, like what do we do from here? The price was already kind of going down, and then this was just kind of like the nail in the coffin. That's kind of the bad news, of this video is, we don't really know what's going on right now, and everybody's freaking out, obviously, for good measure. I mean, it literally looks exactly like a rug. So all we really could do is just wait and, see what the devs do, and then really just go from there. But, these things happen, and, it's really unfortunate, but we just got to hope that the devs, that it isn't a rug, first off, and second, that if it was indeed an exploit, that the devs figure something out, to make it right with the community. But, as of right now, obviously it's not looking very good. So we'll see what happens there. But more on the good news, which that's pretty depressing to open up the video with. But I want to at least throw some shed of light, in this world of darkness that we have right now. But the Neighbours did launch on the 2nd. I'm in so many freaking projects that I completely forgot that it came out. A buddy of mine actually reminded me earlier today that, hey, did you get into the launch? And I was like, oh crap, I didn't even realize it came out. So I did miss out on the launch. The Neighbor token went absolutely insane. This is the chart. So yeah, straight from 50, up above 100, and still chilling above 100 right now. So, I don't know where a good entry point is here, right? It's like nothing has really happened yet in the project, technically, from a back end perspective, as far as the market being here, the Neighbors being here, the marketplace being here. Nothing has really happened. The main thing you can do is you can buy, those are my properties, I'll get to that in a second, but you can buy properties up here at the top, and they do have some new condos and some new mansions and regular houses. So it is pretty cool to see. I'm not going to go through all of them, just because it's, this is just going to make this video really long, but I can show you some of these pictures here. Pretty cool looking, pretty massive as well. It doesn't really seem that big, but then you start seeing all the rooms. But that's kind of cool. But this is really the only thing that they've changed, like on the front back end side of the project. They did have their whitelist giveaway like a while ago, and I was able to, you know, get a mansion, get a couple of houses and 2 condos. But that's about it. My properties have been earning a neighbor token, so I got 0.2 on this one, 0.12, then 0.06 on these. So they are, you know, accruing some neighbor, pretty sustainable at a pretty sustainable rate. But you know, we'll see, because like I said, the project hasn't really had anything significant come out. But let's go ahead and look at the Discord so I can show you some of the things that they have done relatively recently. So on the most recent note, you can see that the marketplace is going to be ready between 2 and 4 weeks. So that's pretty solid to know. They plan on doing some pretty big marketing pushes, which obviously will help, you know, bring people to the project. And then obviously on the 2nd of April, you're able to buy the token. But really, other than that, ever since I made the first video about Neighbours, there hasn't been too many things crazy that has changed on the website. Just really, you're able to buy properties now if you didn't get in on the pre-sale. And those properties are still available from the looks of it. I remember when the pre-sale was happening, whenever a property wasn't available, it just would tell you that they were out. Yeah, still lets you buy. I think that if you were to go in here and try to buy, it will tell you that you couldn't buy. They had a couple little bugs on their UI, but I think they got all that pretty much hashed out. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's going to be it. Not a very fun video, not a very, you know, enthusiastic video. Obviously, this is, you know, really sucky for a lot of people, myself included. You know, we never want to see this kind of stuff happen. And I just want to kind of make this video just to make people aware of it. You can technically still trade this. Not that I'm saying I recommend you even do that, because we don't know what's going on with the project, but on their deck screener, you are able to trade still, and people have been trading. You know, when it was down here, it traded all the way up to almost $10. So, you know, people made, or actually even higher than that, up to 11. So I'm sure a lot of people made some quick cash right there. But yeah, I mean, you see the liquidity 4.2. Obviously, the market cap is still relatively high, but I mean, with that low of a liquidity, nobody's going to want to seriously get into this. So they're going to have to figure out, you know, what to do. They still have, you know, 6.6 million locked, and they haven't taken that. So it looks like it was just a liquidity exploit that they were able to take advantage of, if this was, you know, an attack and not, you know, the devs just, you know, taking the money. And I'm not saying in this video the devs rugged, but I just want to bring this up like now as it happened, because it did happen. You know, people are at a loss right now, and I'm sure the panic here made people sell, you know, thinking that, you know, oh, the devs are rugging or something. So I don't know. It's just all kind of a mess. You know, it's hard to really know. It looks like, because another problem they had was it wasn't reaching the right endpoints to show like on deck screener. So that's the whole reason why they made this chart. So it looks like also they fixed that, you know, somewhere the 23rd of March. But anyways, that's besides the point. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best, man, because obviously it sucks, you know, when you have a platform like this and you put all this money in. You know, I don't know how they're gonna do, you know, with all the people that are actually in the platform that actually have money in, you know, Splassive's tap. You know, like what they're gonna do with that. Like, are they gonna be able to transfer that amount? You know, keep all the team members. Like, how's that gonna work? No idea. Literally, nobody knows. But you know, just keep update on their. But just, I mean, go to their Telegram. You know, just make sure you're up to date on whatever they say on Twitter. If they say anything pretty important, I'll be sure to, you know, put that on my Twitter. They have a small little Discord, I think. I don't know if it's an official Discord or if it's just like a little community created one, but yeah. But that's pretty much it. The neighbor kind of got overshadowed with, you know, this, but that wasn't my intention in this video, but it's just, this is pretty important. But I did want to at least shed some sort of light with Neighbor. You know, Neighbor's doing very well, and that's awesome to see. Really, the only thing we're waiting with Neighbor is some more utility to come. I think once that utility starts coming and people have a reason to use the token, spend the token, and you know, a real economy gets built up, you know, maybe this could go even higher. I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I have no idea what any of this stuff is gonna do. Like, nobody expected this. Literally nobody expected this. There's people in the other chat talking about a Russian hack that's been going around. I don't know. Now, nobody really knows what's going on, but I just wanted to share this video and just kind of update y'all on what's happening, you know, with Splassive, because I know there's a good majority of y'all on the team. So we're just hoping right now, man. Like, this really sucks, but I mean, there's nothing really we can do. Obviously, don't sell your tokens. I feel like there'll be no reason to sell your tokens. The best case scenario that happens, I see, is that they come out with a V2 and they give an option to migrate tokens over to the V2, your V1 tokens over to V2. If that happens, then if you want to get out of the project, then I guess you could just get out, and we'll probably see a relatively large dump, you know, when the V2 contract happens, or a pretty large pump, because people are excited that the devs are trying to step back in, and migrating your tokens over is a pretty good indication that, you know, maybe this was just a hack. And, you know, it's always good to be optimistic, but you also have to realize that this stuff happens very frequently in crypto. So it's not like a mega shocker to me, but it still obviously sucks because it involves your finances. So just, I would not sell your tokens. Just don't sell your tokens. Just wait to see what's going on, and then, because you're already at a loss anyways. We're all already at like mega losses. There's no point of selling, you know, a $20 when before you had like 2,000 or something. Like, there's no reason really to do that. We just have to really just hope, you know, that it wasn't a rug pull, that the devs do something, they make something out of this. You know, I'm just looking at their Telegram. They haven't really said much yet. So yeah, I mean, it sucks. You know, I'll put their Telegram down in the description below. I'll put I believe it's their Discord. I'll put that down below as well. But I know a lot of people in there are talking. But yeah, I mean, everybody's frustrated, so it sucks. But we just have to, you know, hope for the best. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would not sell the tokens, because I have seen projects where this legitimately happened, where hackers came in, found some exploit, you know, dumped all the tokens. But sometimes it was even worse. They dumped not only liquidity, they were able to get into the liquidity and like all the reserves. Like, it was crazy, very, very crazy. So, you know, this kind of stuff does happen, but I've seen some projects where this happened and, you know, they made a V2 and it was even better. You know, people trusted the project a little more, and, you know, the project did relatively well. And some of those projects are still alive today, but just know that that does happen. So if there's a slim little chance, you know, of that happening with Splash, that would be awesome. Again, I have no idea how they're going to deal with people that are already in the tap. I don't know how easy it is to transfer that over, you know, to a new contract. I'm not super technical on that side of crypto, but, you know, it's hard to say. The only thing that could really make it right is if the devs pull from their cut, really. If the devs pull from their cut and then resupply liquidity in a new contract, transfer V1 tokens over to V2, and everybody that was in the tap, all of their deposited balance, transfer that over. I think that will show, you know, real compromise like in the project, and, you know, show that the devs are legit and they're really, you know, trying to do the best that they can for the community. But, you know, that obviously hasn't been done yet. That hasn't been talked about. It's very quiet because, you know, for natural reasons, if this wasn't a rug, and if this was a rug, then there's a reason to be quiet. I just don't like the fact that they threw emojis, you know, in this kind of apologetic post. You know, like, again, this is something serious. Like, this is people's finances. So, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. Again, this is just the update, guys. Overshadowed by Splassive, but Neighbours is doing well again, like I said. So definitely check Neighbours out. Go check your properties out. They should be making you some income. Guys, I hope you're having a great day or night, which after seeing this, you probably aren't. But I hope that, you know, things do get better with this project, and, you know, we come out of this in the most positive way that we can. But anyways, guys, y'all take it easy.